everyone, and welcome to this tour of the exhibit hall at PhiusCon 2021, held in Tarrytown, New York. In this video tour, Michael Ingui, the founder of House Accelerator, visits and chats with manufacturers about what they're sharing at the conference. I'd like to give a big thank you to Phius for putting on the conference and for inviting us to be part of it. Also, thank you to NYSERDA, the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority, which was a conference partner with Phius and is a stakeholder partner for the House Accelerator. Finally, a big thank you to ROCKWOOL North America for underwriting our coverage of PhiusCon. With that, please enjoy the tour.
Hey, Michael Ingui from the House Accelerator. Zach's over there doing some interviews. We're on the Phius floor, kind of between talks, so it was a little quieter, and we're going to go around to the different booths and say hi to everybody, let them show us their wares, and Jay's first.
Hey, how's it going? Jay from Sega. I'm the New York rep, covering New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and we have this nice little corner booth here next to the stage, which has been great. Yeah, a lot of traffic here. Show's been awesome. A lot of great content. Amazing plenary both mornings, and some great sessions, which are going on right now. And yeah, we have our thanks. Yeah, so we set up our 3 WRBs here: the self-adhered that Michael has, the UV stable membrane, the black membrane, MyVest 700, and then the tried and true MyVest 200, the original WRB. And yeah, all the tapes, different window flashing, innie and outie windows, our Wiglove multi-purpose tape. And then on the other side, we have our newest products, which is our wet guard for CLT construction, protecting the horizontal members of CLT, which, as we all know, is critical. So wet guard was specifically designed for that application. It's a really great new product. And then our newest sealant, Meltel, which is great for those that don't want to tape or can't tape their window connections. That's a great option to do a sealant. Comes in black and white.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Michael. Great to talk to you.
How's the conference been for you?
It's been awesome. Learned a lot. Great teamwork, collaboration, name of the game, and cool. Excited. Missions down, scale up.
Let's go. All right.
Let's do it.
So I'm Reed from World Class Supply in Delaware. We're distributors of a bunch of products. I'll walk you through a few. I'm a big liquid flashing kind of guy. I like my Prosoco. We do have a little bit of ROCKWOOL in stock, which is hard to get these days. We also represent Hanoband tapes. They have that 3E expanding foam tape. And what's even cooler is their BG1. So if this was a piece of trim on the outside of your window, now there's no bead of caulking there. And we all know that caulking fails.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
So this takes care of your bulk water. Here's your air sealing and your thermal insulation. It comes compressed originally. 2 to 4 millimeters expansion is where the tolerance is. It'll expand more than that. And moving down, we have Armatherm for the structural support underneath a column. Then once you've made all your passive house building super energy efficient and tight, we have a Seco's coatings from Germany that will make it beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
So when you do your hardwood floors or interior trim, you could put a polyurethane finish down. Yeah. You scratch it, you can't fix it. This is thistle oil, carnauba wax, candela wax. It's just a gorgeous natural finish with a declare label, red list free.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. Cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you for stopping in.
So here we are with Blueprint Robotics. Instead of me describing what you've got, go for it.
Yeah, appreciate it, Mike. So Blueprint Robotics is off-site building systems manufacturer located in Baltimore, Maryland. We have 200,000 square foot facility there, full of Weinmann CNC machinery from Germany, bridges, saws, framing stations. So we're producing wood frame structures, particularly multifamily, passive house when possible, in the factory in a panelized format walls, floors, roofs. So we produce all of the rough carpentry package through weather-resistant barrier. We install windows in the factory. Um, Besides the complete rough carpentry package, we also have the machines prepped for the MEP systems. So we install as much of the MEP rough-in as possible in the factory, and then we make the inner panel connections as we assemble the building in the field. So we're assembling it faster than you can frame it, and then we're reducing the construction duration of the MEP rough-in by essentially following directly behind our assembly crews with those connections. So besides that, we also complete the MEP system. So we're the trade of record. We pull the trade permit, we do any underslab work in the concrete portion of the building, the MEP rough-in as I described, but then we make a return trip, furnish and install all the trims for those trades as well. So, and all that gets sort of kicked off by a 3D BIM process where we produce a model, clash detect, coordinate all of the systems with the structure, do a real-time shop drawing process in 3D where we resolve everything, and then at the end of that process, we convert to machine file, so precisely what's in that model is precisely what's built and brought out to site.
You guys were part of a bunch of cool presentations.
Yeah, I was happy to hear our name dropped a couple of times.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to send out some gift cards, I think. But yeah, we're excited. We're excited to be here. So thank you for having us.
All right. Thank you.
So thank you. Welcome to Renew Air. We're an energy recovery ventilator manufacturer here in the U.S. I think we are the only ERV manufacturer here in the U.S. We've been manufacturing ERVs now for over 30 years. When we take a look at ventilation in general, whether it's a passive house application, net zero, or just in general, a ventilation for normal building, it becomes critical towards the we can call it improving the human condition indoors. Our activities generate a lot of contaminants, and in a way we can thank COVID for one thing, is that it's increased realization for the criticality behind ventilation. Of course, we can't just increase ventilation, but that's where the industry is going, is increasing the amount of air per person, but the only way you can do that without an energy penalty is recovering the energy for the cooling and heating that you've already paid for. We use a Generation 5 energy recovery core, and it offers up to 80% on the sensible side and 50% on the latent side for a total of about 58% energy recovery. I'll just add one thing. I think the increased awareness when it comes to energy recovery is very critical to improving the human condition indoors, and of course making sure that we protect people indoors. And what's interesting is the first time in my career that the unit we brought to the show was actually sold because a person wanted it right away, and today's manufacturing processes are taking weeks to deliver, so being able to take a unit right away was very compelling for this individual.
Thank you very much, Nick.
I'm Thomas Zafuta from Beviso, head of Beviso, and what we do actually is we customize windows, tilt and turn windows, sliding windows, single hung windows, and we create new high performance window systems. And the newest window that we launched this year is our new window George. George is a fully airtight single hung window in landmark design. Fully airtight means it reaches class 4. It's even better than class 4 in the European standard, tested up to 900 Pascal wind load, and it reaches class 4.5, I would say.
Great.
So even better.
You can show the other one too, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's great. It's beautiful by itself. Go for it.
The other one is the other window that we launched in 2016 is Victoria. We call them Victoria, we call them George, according to Gregorian style and Victorian style. And Victoria is the only passive house certified simulated double hung window, and it works like a tilt and turn window, and has the best U value on the market. Is less than 0.8, according Passive House requirements. Designed for landmark buildings and should help to improve to reach the energy efficiency goals. This is what we do. But we also do modern windows, so this is just a more tricky part of our business.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
Thank you.
We're over here with Minotaur and Alex. The unit's up and running, so talk to us.
Hi, Michael. Thank you for being here. Alex Degain from Minotaur. We are here back once again, 5 years in a row. And this is the all-in-one, the pioneering all-in-one HVAC-D unit that we make up in Quebec. Yes, we are your Quebec cousins. And that machine takes care of 5 things, therefore the name of the Pentacare series. It takes care of fresh air, heating, dehumidification, heating and cooling, and medical grade air filtration, all in that box, pre-packaged. There's no outdoor units. This is a heat pump based solution, 100% electrified, so carbon reducing solution, and quality commercial made with high quality components, aluminum casing, lightweight, will never rust. Also stainless steel hardware. So just like an airplane, we will be able in 15, 20 years from now to be able to refurbish that machine. We are already planning to have a refurbishment program if the parts are of course available at that time. If they are, we'll be able to give a second life to that machine, so that is really sustainable, right? So, and I think that we are probably the first HVAC manufacturer, to my knowledge, who talks about such a program for the future. Okay, once again, depending if the parts will be available. So, because we'll be able to keep, the casing, most of the metallic parts, just changing the compressor, the fans, and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So again, very elegant, compact solution that we're using not only in new builds but also more and more in retrofit situations. Much easier to install, faster to install, easier to maintain. Also, those units are 1 hour swappable. All our multifamily customers are, first of all, recurring customers, and number 2, they all have available free units in their basement where they are able to, within an hour, with 2 regular maintenance personnel, not HVAC technicians, but regular maintenance personnel, swap a unit within an hour. So this is a big feature for peace of mind for building owners, building managers, where they are able to rapidly, within an hour, swap a unit for maintenance or repair reasons. So when a machine goes down, it's not, if it goes down, it's not the whole building. It's only one apartment, one. So this is a true decentralized / unitized, compartmentalized HVAC solution, and we've been the pioneer of that solution here in North America, with the help, of course, of our dear customers, and our allies, mechanical engineers, architects, and the like. So it's a team effort.
We are now over with Aero Aggregates with Rick, and go for it. Take it away.
Thank you, Michael. So my name's Rick Smith. I work for a company called Aero Aggregates of North America. We manufacture a foamed glass aggregate. It's sort of a new construction product for the North American market. We've been manufacturing it for about 4 years now. It is a lightweight aggregate made from 100% post-consumer recycled glass. We take glass that can't be recycled because of the particle size. It's too small to be color sorted at the municipal recycling facilities. We grind that cullet to a fine powder. We add a foaming agent. We run it through a kiln. The process creates a durable, lightweight material. The aggregate is about 15 pounds per cubic foot. It's hard to stress how light it is. You see that in videos. But it's very light, very durable, has a high friction angle. We use it in a lot of infrastructure construction, underneath highways, roadways, up against bridge abutments. But we are well aware of the fact that there is a building applications that we're going to be using it for as well. Our European friends use it underneath slabs quite often as sort of a combination drainage stone, capillary break, as well as insulation. It's got an R value that's measurable. It's a little variable with moisture content, but we say in place it's about 1.7 per inch. It's free draining. We've found anecdotally it's also rat and rodent resistant, Animals don't like to burrow through it, so that's another advantage that people often don't think about.
We're over here at Prosoco. Give us a sense of what you've got.
Sure, thanks, Mike. So basically, I'm the regional manager for the territory, and Prosoco has air barriers that are liquid air barriers where we've been using a lot of passive house, zero VOCs, easy to apply, doesn't take a lot of skill, really great system. It's kind of reviewed over here. This is a flashing that could go around the window, and it's an STP technology, which is a sill terminated polymer. It could go on a wet surface. You don't need a primer. Actually, if you spray a little water on it, it actually adheres great to moisture. They're hydrophilic products. And then we have a host of different types of air barriers that could go on top of that flashing or around on your field coating.
So it's a complete system.
Complete system.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
Because you can get it all in one spot.
Absolutely. And we do demonstrations out in the field. They come out to job sites. They do AIA presentations.
You've been on our job sites.
Oh,
I know
yes.
Our contractors like you. I think
Great.
What's nice is they like you before passive house.
Oh, well.
So it's like a friendly, familiar face.
Oh, good. Well, I'm a good guy. I try not to make enemies in the world, you know.
Very good.
There's another division by the same owner, Prosoco, and Built Smart. So it's a panelized wall system. They're built in Kansas, in Lawrence, Kansas. And Built Smart is it's a nice way to build a passive house in literally a plant, and then it's assembled on your site.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great company.
Yes, it is.
It really is. All right, thank you very much.
Thanks. Great talking to you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're with Craig over here at Alpine. Tell us what you've got.
Oh, well, you know, we're a window manufacturer out of Colorado, so everything was U.S. made that we make and ship. We were the first window manufacturer in the United States to be Phius listed, so we were the first window manufacturer to be dual listed as well. But we have two window systems. One's a European style, one's a U.S. operating style. The U.S. style is fiberglass, pultruded fiberglass. The European style is a fiberglass reinforced UPVC. Mm-hmm. We do windows and doors. Our latest technology, thank you. Latest technology is a windsert, and it's a secondary window insert. It's not necessarily related to passive house as much, but if you heard a lot of the discussions around how important retrofitting is.
This is huge for like projects where we're not replacing the window.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it's for. There's 2.5 million billion square feet of single glazed windows in this country, old buildings that need to be upgraded, but they can't really replace all the windows. So this is an inexpensive, very quick solution to take an R1 window all the way up to R5.
And we have a lot of clients who might want to undo it later.
Yeah,
for historical
it pops out as
purposes.
there's actually no penetration into the opening with the detachment system that we use, so it's easily removed out for cleaning or for whatever you need to get to that primary window for.
Nice.
So we like to say it's about 20% of the cost of replacing windows. So it's a significant improvement in the building and overall energy efficiency. So we're all about trying to stay on the cutting edge. We love the fact that we're here in the U.S. and manufacturing and not coming over from Europe. Not that there's beautiful product made over there, but we have a lot of beautiful product right here. So we're delighted. We've been with Phius coming to the conference since I believe the second one. So we have a good, rich history here, and we appreciate everything that they do, and we're glad to be a part of it.
And it was cool. You guys were in a bunch of the presentations, so kudos.
Yep, we're lucky and very fortunate to be able to have projects that are very applicable to this conference and are showing up, and we always enjoy seeing that. And, we enjoy the work that you guys do with House Accelerator. It's been really fun watching you guys ramp it up, and appreciate all the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
So we're here with Aubrey from Ventacity. We're getting him at a good time because we can see the unit right in front of us, or one of the units.
One of the many.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys have really been rocking it. You guys are in a bunch of the projects that were in the conference today, so kudos.
Great.
Tell us what I'm looking at.
All right, this is one of our ceiling-mounted, what we call CM model HRVs. This is the smallest of a series of 4 of them. So they come in 4 different sizes. This being the smallest at about 250 cubic feet per minute, the largest about 1,200. It's one of our newest series of HRVs. This is available as either an HRV or an ERV.
And it's thin.
Yeah, it's designed for ceiling mounting. So this one's only about 12 inches deep, so it can fit up into a ceiling cavity quite nicely. We've seen a lot of traction with this particular model on multifamily projects where they're going a floor-by-floor ventilation design. So one of the big projects that was mentioned, Mattapan Station, is using, I think, 15 of these total of our one of the larger size ones.
Nice.
Yeah, and this fits into a nice niche in our overall product line of 7 different ventilators, 4 of this type, 2 rooftop units of larger capacity, and then an interior school classroom unit.
Cool. Oh, that's fun. Tell us more about that.
Well, that one is, again, designed to be ceiling mounted, but I jokingly call it the ductless ventilator. It only has ducts that go to the outside for bringing in outside air and exhausting air. And then on the front, it's ductless on the inside, so you don't need to run a bunch of supply and return ducting. It supplies directly into the space. Through the Coanda effect, kind of goes along the ceiling, mixes in deep into the room, and then is returned off the bottom.
Cool.
That one's specially designed for classrooms to run extremely quiet. Only runs at 35 decibels at the design flow. Which is quiet enough that you literally have to hold your hand in front of it to tell that it's running, which is really nice. And has a CO2 sensor built into it for demand control ventilation right out of the box.
It's huge. Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
It's a good system.
Cool. It is. You need that.
Yeah.
This is really well timed.
Yeah, it's really good for classroom retrofits especially.
Yeah.
Just in the last couple of weeks, we've just launched our newest product, which is what we call IAQ Pro. It's basically a IAQ monitoring sensor station, if you will. So each one of the sensors can be located wherever you want in a building. They all wirelessly connect on their own network to a hub that communicates to the outside world. So you don't need to run any wires. You don't need to be involved in the building's Ethernet system or Wi-Fi. You can just connect directly. And then those all connect to the outside world, and you can monitor all of your indoor air quality. It measures temperature, relative humidity, CO2, VOCs, and PM 2.5. Cool. And then data logs it all as well. So you can see the history, you can see trends, you can see when you may have ventilation problems that you need to address, or that you're overventilating because it's always perfect, and no matter how many people are in there, it isn't affecting it, and you ramp things down and optimize.
Cool. So is that a standalone system, works with or without Ventacity, or is that?
Yep, that's a standalone system. It can tie into our ventilators, but it can just be a monitoring system for a building.
That's great. So how do people find out about that? Is that on the Ventacity website right
now?
Yep,
Ventacity.com.
We're actually outside the Phius conference right now, kind of hanging out with Swagon. And do you guys want to kind of give you a sense of what you guys have?
Yeah, my name is Tyler Zenda. I'm with Tower Enterprises. We're the manufacturer's rep for Swagon in New York City and Northern New Jersey.
My name is Matthew. I'm also with Tower Enterprises.
So we'll start with this product that Matthew has in his hand here. It's one of the newest products Swagon North America has offered. It's the React Damper. So we use this in conjunction with some of our large centralized passive house ERVs, the gold rotary heat exchanger wheel. It's used as a VAV damper in various spaces that allows it to be modulated off humidity sensors or CO2 sensors or occupancy temperature in various spaces, so that it'll modulate the amount of airflow into the space depending on the CO2 level sensors or temperature or occupancy in the space. So in terms of a DCV or demand control ventilation system, it'll truly give you that modulation in various spaces. As let's say you had a community space with a gym, you had a lot of people going into the gym at once. We can do boost mode or normal airflow mode or setback mode depending on the occupancy or CO2 levels in the given space at a time. Cool. So maybe Matthew, talk a little bit about the gold air handler and how that goes into effect.
Absolutely. So this product is used in conjunction with gold ERVs and HRVs. Gold's able to transfer both sensible and latent heat. It's used on a lot of passive house projects because of its high efficiency. Really wide range of products, multiple uses. We have a few reference projects that we were showcasing today, one of which was Batances V. Batances V uses both DCVs in conjunction with Swagon Gold RX units. There's a total of 24 DCVs and 9 gold ERVs on the project, and everything turned out well. That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, I mean, what's nice about both these products in conjunction is that we have a centralized air handler approach with sort of a decentralized ability in various multifamily, homes. So we, yeah, a little bit of both. So you do have, you can have a rooftop unit where we have our gold rotary heat exchanger wheel units located on the roof, but also have that sort of decentralized control in the various spaces, whether it's in the lobby or the gym or other community centers within these multifamily passive house projects.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And here we are with Darren at White Windows. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for stopping by, Michael.
My pleasure. How's the conference been for you so far?
Oh my gosh, it's been so good. It's so good to see everyone in person and reconnect with folks.
Nice.
And so I wish you were here, but we'll come by next time. I'm Darren from White Windows. We manufacture high-performance tilt-turn windows in Ramsey, New Jersey. That's right, you heard it right. We are making these windows in Ramsey, New Jersey, so no more importing, no more worrying about whether it's going to get to you on time. We have 3 production lines right in Ramsey, New Jersey that we can, 2 automated production lines, 1 semi-automated production lines where we do our entry doors, our balcony doors, our lift and slide doors. We actually just built a lift and slide door, 24 feet wide by 9.5 feet tall. And then our automated production lines where we do our windows, we can cut and mill 1,000 passive house window frames in 8 hours. Wow. So, and how do we do that? All through automation. And with our automated system, when we design a window in our computer, what you have signed off on is what you get. And this is our system. It's a 76 millimeter system. So, and it has 6 chambers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has a 3 gasket system, 1, 2, 3 gaskets. Every frame and sash has a 2 millimeter steel U-channel. Now we want you to be not only thermally resistant, but we need you to be resistant to the test of time. These windows are going to stay strong and airtight for the life of the building. And we have, so that's why we put that 2 millimeter steel in there. We've been project tested for buildings over 30 stories. We have an AW60, and we're NFRC rated. I design all the glass packages in-house, so when you're designing your passive house or high-performance building, let me know what your metrics are, whether you need a low solar heat gain, or if your focus is on U value, or if it's visual transmittance, or if it's OITC. Well, we can take all those important metrics and design a package specifically for you. And I like to always point out our middle gasket. Everyone's got a primary and an interior gasket, but this middle gasket, which some folks have, when they have it, normally it's standing straight up like a soldier's. Ours, you can see it's putting positive pressure on the sash, and then it's also got a nice quick drainage plane for any infiltration that does come in. Made in Ramsey, New Jersey, and we're here to support the passive house community.
All right, here we have Mitsubishi. Here's Sean. Have you had a good time at the conference?
Yeah, the conference has been great so far, Mike. It's good to see everybody in person again, and we're excited to be here. Cool. So my name's Sean Daly, and I'm with Mitsubishi Electric. I'm a salesman here in the New York metro area, and we have a lot of great products that really are coinciding with the passive house message. We have our hyperheat condensers that now can operate ambient temperatures down to negative 13 Fahrenheit on the residential side, and all the way down to negative 31 on the commercial side with our hyperheat technology. So it's very exciting stuff, allowing us to apply electrified heating and cooling solutions to very cold climates, which was previously not thought to be possible. So another exciting product that we have is our domestic hot water heat pump for commercial use. It's called the Heat 2.0. So that has been huge in the electrification push in New York City, which we've been very involved in trying to electrify all the heating and cooling sources for buildings here in the New York metro area. So really excited to be at the show, and excited to talk to all of these people about trying to move to a greener future. So
here over at Zender with John. How you doing? How was the conference?
Great, Michael. It's been a great conference. It's nice to be back in the flesh to see all this information. So you may have noticed a slightly different cosmetic appearance to some of our units, and that's because our fantastic Comfaware Q unit, the Q stands for Quantum Leap in Performance, where all our HRVs and ERVs are Passive House Institute certified. They're all getting remarkable heat recovery and latent recovery effectivenesses, so it's really quite exciting. They're self-balancing. They have Wi-Fi app capability, and there's a lot of convenience to those functions if you are doing property management, for instance, and using the unit for semi-centralized occupancies. So that's a neat feature to that as well. Of course, many people are also familiar with our proprietary duct system. You do not necessarily have to use a galvanized metal duct, for instance, nor should you connect the system to a air handler system, because air handlers cycle on and off for calls for heating and cooling, but you always need ventilation. So if you have different pressure conditions in your ductwork because of a call for heat versus no call for heat, that creates a different pressure situation, and therefore it's hard to balance the ERV. Similarly, the ductwork for heating and cooling is a lot bigger than what you need for ventilation, so why not size the ductwork appropriately? So a home run system that we offer with 3-inch UL-listed tubing that can fit up between joist bays and stud cavities makes for a very convenient installation. Even in retrofit solutions, the soffits don't need to be nearly as big. But we find that when we use a system like this with home runs, noise transmission from one room to the next is limited. You can commission the system a lot more easily because you can measure the airflow coming directly out of the machine by telling the machine how much air to deliver, and then checking it with all your supplies and returns to make sure you don't have any leakage. So in that sense, it's a very concise system. And Zender offers commissioning services as part of our quotation system, where we'll design a system for you, quantify how many returns and supplies you need, and all the controls and all the components for a standalone ERV or HRV system, and we will provide a Zender-trained commissioning agent to come to your job site and make sure the fans are running at the proper speed, the flows are correct for all the boost, continuous, and low speeds, and using the least fan energy to do that.